Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Pokemon Brown. In the last episode we took on the Elite Four and took on our rival Mura and defeated them all in a titanic set of battles. In this episode, first of our post-game episodes, I was going to essentially just try and use this time to catch some wild Pokemon which I hadn't caught yet. Essentially in the aim because, I'm only at level 50s-ish and I don't have that many rare candies. And, we obviously saw that, briefly went into that, there's also, there's the final dungeon, which we're going to need to get through, but there was also that little cave, which we went in there earlier. It was like level 70 stuff, so I'm thinking, just going to do a little bit of grinding. Now, I'm not going to be doing well grinding off level 4 Sandshrews, but the reason that this Sandshrew is important is because we haven't caught one yet. And now, Sandshrew are very rare, and they're very rare in, this one's just refusing to go in. I should definitely save. Also, it will save me lots of Ultra Balls. There we go, so Sandshrew was caught, finally. So the new Pokédex data will be in Sandshrew. Burrows deep underground in arid locations far from water, only emerges to hunt for food. So yeah, essentially, like I just said, Sandshrew are very rare. They're rare, found all the way back here in Merson Cave. And obviously this isn't an ideal spot for me to be grinding at all because of how low the levels are. So we are going to head out of here. And the first place we're going to fly to, essentially, the reason I'd lost a couple of Ultra Balls from last time is actually because I had found a Sandshrew and I was recording a thing. And it was avoiding being captured by my Ultra Balls again, as it was just then. And out of frustration, I accidentally ran away from it, and it was tragic, and I got very, very annoyed. So yeah, anyway, these are all this is all the stuff that we've got. Haven't really included anything. I'm gonna probably take out the bicycle just in case. I want to head up there. But primarily I came here because we need to head south from Hayward City, and we should be able to talk to this guy, and we can finally get the Super Rod, hopefully. And we've caught 80 kinds of Pokemon, so we get the Super Rod. And the reason we want the Super Rod is now another fly. We're going to fly all the way to Igloo City, because theoretically what we should be able to do is we should want to fish here in Igloo Park. And just like in the Safari Zone, we should eventually catch something on the Super Rod. In this case it's a Psyduck. I didn't mean to catch that Psyduck. I didn't mean to try and give it a name either. But essentially what we want to try and do is the rare Pokemon that we can catch here, theoretically, I believe, are Dratini. Though we're not getting any luck at the moment. I don't know what rate the drop is. Ah, here we go. Okay, so we finally have reached a Dratini, the first of our game. So we're obviously going to save, and I'm going to throw Park Balls, and catch on the second try. Excellent, Dratini was caught. So Dratini, long considered a mythical Pokemon until recently, when a small colony was found living underwater. That's all we wanted to do here. That Dratini, essentially. So I'm not going to be able to do them all, unfortunately. Essentially because, from what I can tell, when I flew, essentially I flew just after winning. I flew to, off screen obviously, I flew to Osori City and had a look at the prizes in here. And the issue with the prizes in here is that you can see this Tyrogue is 5,000, Chikorita, Cyndaquil and Totodile are all 2,500. And at a rate of, when you can buy coins at only a rate of 1,000 polka dollars for 50 coins, and I've only got $50,000. It's, you know, I can only get 2,500 essentially, which means there's literally no chance of me ever getting enough. Now, the next area. So I won't be able to fully complete the Pokedex, but I do hopefully intend to get a decent part of the way. Now, the reason we're over here is because if I remember correctly, there are Tangela in here. And Tangela is another Pokemon that we never caught. Just give me a sec. Item. So I'm there. And if I go to the Pokedex and go all the way down to Tangela. Slow that far down. There we are. Area. So it's saying just to the right of me, is that she's saying on me? I'm going to say that is on me, so I reckon they are around here. Just got to give it a bit of a search. There we go, Wild Tangela, finally. So use Hypnosis until it hits. Thank you for poisoning me, Tangela. Thank you, finally it's asleep. And now, Ultra. There we go, so Tangela's caught. The whole body is swathed with wide vines that are similar to seaweed. Its vines shakes as it walks. And now we're gonna heal myself with that. The next Pokemon I think I want to try and catch is Lickitung, which I think is actually located around Azalea Town. So we're going to fly over to here. And I think the thing is that I've got to work out whether this forest area is considered part of... It's not, okay. So the forest area is not considered part of Azalea Town. Because when I looked at Lickitung's location, it said here. So maybe it means in the Slowpoke well? Item, town map. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay, so apparently there are Lickitung down here. Probably a very rare occurrence. Because of all the Slowpoke. And obviously Zubat. Can't go anywhere without meeting a Zubat. And there's a Slowpoke. So, not too interesting unfortunately, and annoyingly this is obviously an area where the Pokemon are not particularly strong. I will, if I only I've got to go back and grab my stuff, because I reckon if it's going to be anywhere it's probably going to be downstairs actually, so I should probably go grab, wow. Probably go grab Kathy from the poker, someone's PC. Withdraw, so deposit. Deposit, and again, withdraw. Kathy. Actually, I'm just going to, very quickly, I'm just going to try something. Withdraw Margarita, and I'll withdraw. I want to withdraw this Eevee, and I want to try something. Obviously, we got given that. Sorry, we got given the magic wand by that dude off Victory Road, and I want to try and use it. I want to see if it will work on the Eevee. So Eevee evolves into Sylveon, and Sylveon is is fairy type. Okay, so they have included fairy. Now the reason I wanted to do that is because Sylveon is the last Pokemon in the Rijon Pokedex at number 225, I think. But annoyingly, its information doesn't seem to have appeared, which is a bit interesting. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to do that. Anyway, we'll obviously deposit and we'll withdraw Margarita. Anyway, so now what we want to do is we want to head back into this Slowpoke well. Level 9 Zubat, really? Don't care too much. Yeah, okay, so essentially I'm just going to do like maybe a set number of battles before you give up. It's usually how I do these things. So let's just stay there. Obviously these guys are now level 23, so at least I'll be getting levels a little bit faster. Certainly won't be making any large indents in. I'm pretty sure it said Lickitung was down here, so I'm just check. Lickitung, I have no idea what number you are. There you are. Area. Yep, says it's here. So fingers crossed it will start turning up. Odd Swinub. Come on. Nope, no luck there. So I mean, maybe it's like a Pokemon you meet while surfing. Because I know Lickitung can learn surf, so that would be sort of like an odd sort of tip of the hat to the crazy minds. Ah, okay, I'll do another 10, let's say. This is not that much, not very interesting, to be honest. I'm sure it's probably not the most interesting thing to be watching as well. Any interactions? I haven't met any Pokemon while surfing yet. Slash. Oops. Oh, just can't surf there. Yeah, King's Rock can mix it in Pokemon Evolve, being Politoed, well, Poliwhirl to Politoed, and Slowpoke to Slowking. So, which I always thought would be Slowbro to Slowking, but it isn't. For some reason. Okay, so this is seeming pretty fruitless, which is a bit annoying. It might just be a glitch in the game that says that Lickitung is found here and it isn't. Or it might just be a very rare drop, you know. I figured using Sandshrew was probably going to be a lot better than seeing me try and find a Lickitung forever in here. Okay, 5 more from here. Come on. Yeah, let's have a look. Nope. Knowing me, I'll probably find it and then slash it to death. 2, 3, Oh yeah, it's ground type. That's stupid. Okay, well, that's not worked out well. Just keep having that hope that the last one is going to be it. Nah, let's just get going. So it looks like Lickitung is not going to be joining us, just as obviously Raikou isn't, ever since the tragic time when we failed to capture Raikou. Currently, it seems like no one actually knows the situation as to which set of legends I get, because obviously I got Mewtwo, Articuno, and Raikou so far, and essentially the way it works is generally you can get one of two different Pokemon. You can either get you can get one of Mewtwo. You can get you can get one of Mewtwo and Mew. You can get one of Zapdos and Raikou, one of Entei and Moltres, and one of Suicune and Articuno. And no one really knows what the criteria are for getting each of them. So anyway, I'm going to fly to Gyro City, and we're going to make our way north once more. And the reason for this is to use the little grinding spot in the mountains and try and catch some wild Pokemon there as well, because obviously that was a spot in which we actually did go. I've only got 6 Ultra Balls. That should be enough. I'll save before each one and just make sure that I catch it. Call it cheating, I call it efficiency. So yeah, we're just going to go into here and we're going to see, because there were Murkrow and other decent Pokemon in here, and obviously they're actually at a half decent level as well. For battles, although swapping between Pokemon might be a bit annoying, but I think there are Misdreavus, for example, is one such Pokemon. So I got, no, it's paralysed me. So now go to Zhivago, and I'm going to use Hypnosis. I'm going to use Hypnosis. And it's just using Confuse Ray to confuse me. There we go. And then we're going to save. There we go, Misdreavus was caught. The Screech Pokemon, it loves to bite and yank people's hair from behind without warning, just to see their shocked reactions. So, there's a new Pokemon to be added to our collection. Essentially, I'm just, just trying to get as many as possible. In the end, if I can't get a Lickitung or something like that, then it's not going to matter. I mean, in the end, I might not even get a Tyrogue, because 5,000 5,000 in the game corner is a lot, and there's a Heracross which I can try and catch if I hadn't killed it. No. But yeah, I've also got to work out what levels I sort of want to get my Pokemon up to. Good, another Heracross. I haven't really decided yet. He used Takedown and took himself out. That's annoying. That's the issue with and he used self-destruct, typical. That would be amusing if I died here. Boom. Murkrow, okay, here's something I can try and catch. We now want to go to Zhivago. And use Hypnosis. And I'd love for Hypnosis to start hitting. What? Do we have a sleep? No, I wanted to get sleep powder on Karamazov, but I don't know if he actually learns it now. Let's use a revive. We'll go back to Zhivago. And there we go. And now, save game, go. There we go. Didn't even need it first time. So, Murkrow, the Darkness Pokemon, is said that when chased, it lures its attacker onto dark mountain trails where the foe will get lost. Makes good sense, Mr. Murkrow. And that's level 54, which is good. Cut only missed, but hit that time. Murkrow would be my interpretation of how they sound in the anime. Okay, another Heracross. Let's see if I can catch it this time. Giga Drain, not very effective. Don't get the crit. Thank you. Might as well try from here because I don't want it to use takedown and take itself out. So, Ultra Ball. There we go, on the second turn. This powerful Pokemon thrusts its prized horn, it's known as single horn Pokemon, under its enemies' bellies and then lifts and throws them. So that's Heracross, Murkrow, and Miss Dravis, which is pretty good going. Azumarill, we don't need to worry about them because I think we've already got a Marill. So yeah, so if we have a look, just for the start, so Sandshrew we got essentially all the above. So Bulbasaur we can't get Charmander because starter Pokemon. We can't get Squirtle because starter Pokemon. Got Caterpie, got a Weedle, got Pidgey, got Rattata, Spearow, Ekans, Pikachu, Sandshrew, Nidoran, Clefairy, Vulpix, Jigglypuff, which we bought with 60 grand, Zubat, Oddish, Paras, Venonat, Diglett, Meowth. Mankey you actually cannot catch in this game as you actually have to trade it across, as you can see from the area unknown. Primate you can catch, but again, it's sort of like I usually go for the lower of the two. But yeah, we got all the rest as you can see. But then it's when we get down to it. Okay, so Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. We haven't even seen a Hitmonchan in the game. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan obviously want a Tyrogue. Tyrogue you can only get by buying them from the game corner or I think from obviously you can get it from the trade for Butterfree, which I might do for completionism's sake, but probably won't because effort having to level up Caterpie to that to level 20. But yeah, so we got that far. Then obviously we had Lickitung, couldn't find it. Got Rhyhorn, Chansey, Tangler, Kangaskhan, Horsey, Goldeen, Staryu. I have no idea where they are. I think the game obviously doesn't let you select if it's not there. And Starmie is area unknown. Mr. Mime has area unknown, which implies that they're not found. Scyther, I found essentially the flashing black thing in the middle of that sort of sea area is the final dungeon according to the map, which suggests that we'll find some in the final dungeon, as we will Pinsir. Got an Eevee, so that counts for all of these guys. We have a Normanite, which we can resurrect. I just need to get to whichever city it was that had that in. Kabuto, I have no idea where they are. Aerodactyl are apparently in here, so maybe we'll find a random Aerodactyl. Then we got, obviously, Mewtwo, Mew, and then Chikorita, all of the Gen 2 starter, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile in the game corner for 2,500 each. We've got Houndour, Heracross, Yanma, Spinarak, Chinchou, Swinub. That one there is Mamoswine, the evolved form of Piloswine. Natu, Zatu, Mareep, Fluffy, that is Ampharos, the third evolution. We've got Marill, Murkrow. Got to find a Larvitar. I think the one above the hometown is the one right down the sort of the one above the one in the bottom left corner. That's home, and I think the one above the flashing area above that is the level 70 cave that I mentioned before. So we'll try and catch a Larvitar there. got Famfi and Donphan. We'll try and catch a Wooper. We'll try and catch a Wooper in here, maybe. And obviously Quagsire, Togepi, Togetic, and Togekiss are all available. Gligar are also available in the above. Anyway, we've got Sneasel, Weavile. No idea what 196 is. But Hitmontop, and then I think the rest of these, almost all of the rest of these, are all later evolutions of earlier Pokemon. So I think there's obviously you've got Magmortar, but I think there's whatever Electabuzz's evolved form is called, I can't remember. We've got like Scizor and Steelix and Slowking and all the various versions like that. And we've got all of the items for that, so I'm sort of counting that as having them all, even though we obviously don't. Anyway, that was a lot of explanation for not a lot of work. Again, this isn't going to be sort of like the most enthusiastic of episodes. Oh, well, jinx. I think what I'm going to do, I think we're coming to the end of the half hour here, which, you know, I know this hasn't been the most riveting of episodes, but a Wooper. We can try and catch this. Level 20, I'm scared I'll kill it. What we really want is probably just put it to sleep, hope for the best. There we go. Let's save. That's the other thing. I'm running low on Ultra Balls, so there we go. Wooper was caught the last Ultra Ball. This Pokemon lives in cold water. It will leave the water to search for food when it gets cold outside. And so Wooper being water ground, that famous combination that has only grass as its main weakness, but obviously that's not generally too much of a problem for water Pokemon because they can learn ice attacks. Anyway, so I'm here. I'm gonna call it a day. Probably gonna go back and do some more grinding up, or obviously I'll come back. I'll bring your attention if something interesting happens, but probably just try and get these guys up to maybe 55 because I'm impatient and leveling up to 100 sounds tiresome. But then we'll do the level 70 cave above Seashore City, and then we'll do the final dungeon, which is through the house in Hayward City. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, despite it sort of being a bit sort of hit and miss with regards to just like looking for wild Pokemon to catch. But we've caught a fair few today. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on the next one.